McAvoy trying to center off to Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot, far down, he scored!
Come from behind for a month, now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him! Wow! Edwards pulls up and buries the flag! Richardson tries, out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. Daniels takes his shot for Derby. Flag out.
There we go. What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Welcome into Taco Tuesday's spicy version of Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Carrots-Nudo at Diablo00 on X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. You can catch Pitchfork Lunch live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, as you wonderful people all know. Also, don't forget, yes, I know, reminding you daily, you can check it out on the good old IG at michael.carrots-nudo.5. My YouTube channel, let's not forget about that. Watch live on YouTube, guys. But also, watch live on YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube channel, because anything you may have missed, including season 1. Now that we are in the back stretch of season 2, man. Anything you may have missed, you can go to YouTube and watch it. But you can watch live every day. So yes, I encourage you to keep watching live every day. Then subscribe, because you can binge watch as much of season 1 and get as caught up as possible. You still watch season 2. So when you see the season 2 episodes up there that you've already seen, cool. Yes, you can watch them again, but inevitably, you can get all caught up, and you'll be all caught up when we start season 3. Just saying. So anyway, go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Kirchner, but it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, guys, and subscribe, because you've missed so many conv reviews with coaches, players, alum, voices, analysts, everybody here on Pitchfork Lunch. So we want to get I want to get everybody involved as we rip around Sun Devil athletics, keeping up with it. And it's just, again, what a whirlwind year it has been. And hey, 4 Big 12 championships so far: volleyball, football, men's and women's swim and dive. Hey, golf finished, women's golf finished second and in a playoff. And I'll talk about that. But second in the Big 12 championships. To the school down south, but it took a playoff to do it all. So again, I will get into detail about that, but just a phenomenal year. I want to say Beth Coulter also finished second in the Big 12 championships in women's golf. So I told you they had those coming up, and it came, and there it was. But nonetheless, again, you can keep up with it all on the good old YouTube. So again, watch on YouTube, but subscribe. As again, it's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005 at MVC 005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. For those of you that are running around on this Taco Tuesday, maybe you're going to meet your friends for lunch. Hey, you can listen to Pitchfork Lunch on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network, guys. All you got to do, those of you watching, you can let your friends know you see it. You can go to www.ksrnaz.com, click listen live, hit play, bam, Pitchfork Lunch right there on the best internet radio station on the web. Casually, again, inviting Pitchfork Lunch in to the KSRN family. Again, so very, 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 very stoked for that. So look, I mean, you have avenues to listen. And like I said, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, you just go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page opens up, click listen live, hit play, bam, there we are. Pitchfork Lunch, absolutely crushing it, adding the Sun Devil content to the KSRN family, because you talk about content. Casual E has you covered when it comes to the Cardinals, who are drafting in, oh wow, 2 days, guys. Draft is here. Draft is finally here. And Tennessee says they will be drafting, they will be keeping the number 1 pick today. I saw that come out today. But anyway, with the Cardinals, he's got you covered. With the Suns, the coaching search, all this as NBA playoffs are underway, he has you covered. With the Diamondbacks, he has you covered. And with the Mercury, Casual E has you hooked up on KSRN. So again, subscribe to their socials. You will be in the know. And now you have the Sun Devil content there as well. So look, man, it's getting, like I said, into that stretch with obviously softball, baseball, beach volleyball, men's and women's tennis, men's and women's golf, track and field, which unfortunately I know I have not nearly touched enough on, just a teeny bit. But again, focusing, narrowing, going forward. Well, not just narrowing, but focusing and encompassing, I should say encompassing all. But in the final stretch for those. And I mean, women's lacrosse had it's only women's lacrosse, but they had their senior day. So did softball. Tomorrow, I'm going to get you some pictures of that and all that good stuff. But again, if you're driving around, I want you to watch, but don't watch. You can listen. All you have to do, like I said, go to www.ksrnaz.com, stream it through your Bluetooth, and boom, page opens up, hit listen live, click play. Because again, I want you to watch, but pay attention to the road. You're Sun Devils. I know you're smart. So you'll pay attention to the road. You can listen. Go to meet your friends for lunch. When you get there, you can still listen. Or again, all the other avenues to watch. But again, so stoked that Casual E invited us in to be part of the family at the Casual Sports Radio Network. But yeah, guys, it was an insane weekend. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Yes, it was a little bit of a programming snafu yesterday, but at the same time, finished family here and stuff like that. So Easter over the weekend, again, the Saturday, it was all day ASU, which was awesome. Yeah, that was Saturday. And then yeah, hanging with family and friends for Easter, and then we were around yesterday, and I was about to get going, and I was just like, they're like, oh, I thought we were doing this, and that was my bad. But again, pitchfork lunch, we roll on, forks up to that. So yes, it was an awesome weekend. Baseball took 2 out of 3 from Texas Tech. Granted, Friday night's game got suspended because of the insane rain. Friday night's game got suspended because of the rain, and they finished it Saturday. The Devils end up winning that game, and then they play the game Saturday. Texas Tech ends up winning that, but the Devils take 2 of 3. Okay, then softball, boom, they take the first 2 from Baylor, and then Saturday's game, a little bit tougher on the senior day, but it was senior weekend, and but they still win another series, and they take 2 out of 3. Women's lacrosse on senior day beats San Diego State 23-11. Which that and they still have one more game left, but obviously it's an away game. That's why senior day was this past Saturday. But they are in Gainesville taking on Florida, who, yes, is a member of the Big 12 in lacrosse, just so you know. But yeah, they beat San Diego State 23-12. Pardon me, 23-12 was the final, but they are now 10-6, 3-1 in conference play, 7-2 at home, which I want to say ties their most wins, ties up programs' most home victories, or it might be home victories, but either way, 7-2 at home, 3-2 away. And yeah, they've won 2 in a row now. They beat UC Davis on the road previous Saturday, and then turn around, beat San Diego State, looking to, well, you win 3 in a row. You go to Gainesville and you beat number 4 Florida, which again is they are 3 hours ahead, but it is on ESPN Plus at 7 a.m. this Saturday, kids. And I will keep reminding you of that. So as you're waking up again, put your ESPN Plus on. You can just chill, relax, and cheer on, send the good vibes to the women's lacrosse team, as again they look to go 11-6 and 4-1 in conference play. Just so far, they beat Cincinnati, they lost to Colorado, they beat UC Davis and San Diego State. So, guys, that's again this schedule, and I have sound from a coach, and definitely want to get to that, just due to the fact that got that on senior day. So again, we will get to it all. But yes, that is their record. And then for beach volleyball, again, the doubleheader on senior day as they took on UTEP and then Benedictine of Mesa. Yeah. And yeah, they take on Benedictine they beat UTEP 5-0 and Benedictine of Mesa 5-0 on their senior day. Again, absolutely phenomenal. And with those 2 wins now, they improve to 20-12 overall. They've won 3 in a row, 9-1 at home. Again, their only loss at home was to Cal Poly. Their only loss at home was to Cal Poly. And yeah, so 9-1 at home, and then 2-1 on the road, 9-10 on neutral sites. But again, we don't need to go through it again, but you guys know the number of ranked teams that they've played, the high-level teams that they've played, and again, just absolutely awesome. And then for baseball, softball, by the way, since I did tell you, that they did take 2 of 3 from Baylor. Yeah, they won Thursday night 5-0. Talked about that on Friday. And then they won Friday 4-2. And then, Thursday or Saturday ended up being a 6-inning game. Baylor won 12-3. Just got some hits. Got quite a few hits, and it ended up being their day. But still, you take another series, you take 2 out of 3. You improve, Coach Bartlett, again, if you're in her squad, 33-16. 17 games over 500 kids, 13-8 in conference play. Absolutely love it. 23-12 again at home, 10-4 on the road. So this is a team that, hey, those are the kind of numbers you look at and you need, and that's what is gonna take care of you in postseason. I mean, they still have this weekend in Lubbock. This week they are in Lubbock, Friday, Saturday, Sunday again, but taking on Texas Tech. So I'll get into records and all that. Actually, I'll give you the standings next segment. We'll get into standings a little bit, but again, 33-16 for a team that had barely 20 wins last year, and that is absolutely huge. And then we look at, like I said, baseball. Or actually, you know what? I want to say golf. Yes, women's golf, because they do the Big 12 championships. Again, they tied for first, but in the playoff, and again, it was a +19. This Houston Oaks in Texas is where they played. And a pretty challenging course, but +19 as a team. They finished Beth Coulter, and so they were all +19. Was the school down south, Oklahoma State, and ASU. And then in the playoff, though, ASU took the playoff, but the player leaderboard, Beth Coulter, guys, finished even par. Sophie Burt of K-State, the only player to finish under par for the tournament. She was 3 over in round 1. She shot even par in round 2. So again, 3 strokes better. And then she was 5 under in round 3, as was Beth Coulter, who again was 2 over in round 1. Not bad. You figure, okay, tough course. 3 over in round 2, but then got all those shots back, and was 5 under in round 3 to finish even par. Carla Burnett of K-State as well finished at even par, as did Nina Wong. Nina Wong fan of VMOC. Pardon me, guys. Sorry. She finished at even par. But Coulter, her rank was 40. Burnett of K-State is 24. And then Wong Van of VMOC was number 111. But Coulter takes second place. And the next highest devil was Paula Scholes Hansen, who was number 41. She finished 4 over par for the tournament. And then Patience Rhodes finished 6 over par. And then where is Grace Summerhays finished 9 over par, but she was 6 over the first day, and then was 4 shots better round 2, where she was 2 over, and then even 1 shot better than that, where she was 1 over. So she finished 9 over par. And She finished 9 over par. And then I don't think I missed anybody. Oh, Isla McDonald O'Brien. Actually, wow. Well, she finished at 64th. She was 26 over, 11 over in round one, 4 over in round two, and then 11 over in round three. Tough pin day, as we all know, the last day. So, now I want to say that is it for the Devils. So you have Isla McDonald O'Brien at 64th, and then up at you have Grace Summerhays tied for 23rd, like I said, at 9 over. Patience Rhodes, pardon me, tied for 14th at 6 over. Paula Scholes Hansen, yes, tied for 9th at 4, or in 9th alone, actually. She was the only one for the tournament that shot 4 over, so she finished 9th. And then, like I said, Beth Coulter finished, well, tied for second, but again, even par. So we had 2 under, 3 even pars, and everybody else again on a very challenging course, over par, but still phenomenal for the Lady Devils as they went to yeah, ASU. This is crazy. They entered the day, guys. The women entered the day 11 strokes behind overall leader Oklahoma, number 30, Oklahoma State, and 5 strokes shy of number 19. I will say their name, Arizona. But they managed to finish even with both teams by the end of the third round on Thursday. A 3-team playoff ensued with all 5 golfers hitting the course, and the cumulative score serving as a deciding factor for the title. The Wildcats edged Arizona State, guys, by 1 stroke. 1 stroke. To earn the Big 12 Women's Golf Championship. But again, right there for a team championship. And yeah, absolutely awesome. Beth Coulter, again, was obviously a huge reason for the surge in the final day. She delivered one of the best rounds in program history at a conference championship. She fired a 5 under 66, like I said, my friends, which tied conference medalist Kansas State's Sophie Burt for the best score on the day and the tournament. And by the way, it is tied for the second lowest score in the history of the Big 12 Women's Golf Championship. First year in, tied for second lowest score. Coulter caught fire during an epic stretch to end the front 9, recording birdies on each of her final 5 holes to finish 6 under halfway through her day. The round allowed her to move into a tie for second place. The second time she has finished as a conference runner-up in her career. She previously finished second at the 2023 Pac-12 Championships over at the home course of Papago, as we all know. So that is very awesome. Yeah, very stoked for women's golf, as they have May 5th, so they got a little bit of time. But May 5th in Gold Canyon, guys. So a little bit of a drive, but May 5th, 6th, and 7th, NCAA regionals will be out at Gold Canyon. So again, hopefully, I'll be talking about it more. We can get Beth on the show before then, and get a few of the players on before that. But yeah, May 5th, 6th, and 7th are regionals here in Arizona, and then the NCAA championships May 16th through 21st in Carlsbad, California. Like I told you guys in the beginning of the season, but I knew I needed to remind you. Everybody's been a little busy. So that being said, but yeah, very, very stoked for this women's golf team. And as we switch gears to baseball, who, like I said, did take 2 out of 3 from Texas Tech over the weekend. They are now 25-15, so 10 games above 500, which you'll take. They won Thursday night convincingly, guys, 10-4. The game that was on ESPN2 Friday, which again I was just messed up my side note. I messed up my schedule a little bit, so but I was watching this game. Glad it was on ESPN2. It was suspended at tied at 7 in the bottom of the 7th Friday night with ASU had 2 outs and the bases were juiced, but they won the game 9-8. So they won the series. That they play the third game right afterwards, and Texas Tech gets the 12-8 victory. But the we talk about battling, right? Well, they both put up 2 runs in the first inning. Texas Tech, obviously, top of the first. Devils in the bottom of the first. Tech puts up 4 in the top of the third. They're up 6-2. They put 1 more up in the top of the 5th. They're up 7-2. Fast forward to the 8th, they put 4 up, and they're up 11-2. And then the Devils get 1 of those runs back in the bottom of the 8th, make it 11-3. Then they make it 12-3. The Devils put up 5 runs, though, in the bottom of the 9th, but the lead, again, a little cushion there. So yeah, Hernandez had a sac fly. There was a sac fly, a wild pitch, and then Josiah Cromwick reached on a fielder's choice to third base. Jackson was out at first. And then Kai McGarry scored. And then Kyle Walker hits a home run to center field where he brings Cromwick in. So, I mean, you're looking at the score. Okay, you go to the 9th. Okay, it's 12-3. Now it's, well, okay. You're like, wait. Oh, that's the 8th. Yeah, so it's 12-3. And then all of a sudden, oh, it's 12-4. It's 12-5. It's 12-6. Kyle Walker, Mr. I'm on fire, who was 2 for 5 in the game, by the way, with 2 RBIs. He drove in to score 2 before the Devils. Yeah, he hits a home run, and all of a sudden it's 12-8. So yeah, but yeah. So I mean, again, it's both teams. Like I said, the Devils, they both scored in the first. Devils didn't score in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh. The Tech didn't score in the second, but they scored in the third, not the fourth, but the fifth, and then not the sixth or seventh. They scored in the 8th and 9th, as did the Devils too. So, I mean, yeah, it was again just a wacky weekend because you get that one game going, you get Friday night's game going, and then you can't push anything back till Sunday. So, and not that they would have wanted to, but yeah. So, but for Coach Bloomquist and the team, guys, 25-15 now. After winning another series, 11-7 in conference play, absolutely loving it. Talked about that, and then they are 18-8 at home, so also 10 games over 500, but still 7-7 on the road. And by the way, tonight they are headed across town to take on GCU for the second time. Is it the second time this season? Oh no, first time. Sorry, that was softball. Taking on GCU, who will be over at Muni on May 13th. So that being said, Yeah, but they're at Brazel Field at the GCU ballpark, 7 p.m. tonight, guys. So you can, again, you can listen on, you can watch on ESPN Plus or on AM 1060. But they are taking on the Lopes. So again, last year at Grand Canyon, I remember being there and a little. That was a game I remember. Coach was just again a little frustrated with the offense, but this offense, guys, has been absolutely clicking. So very, very stoked about that. So, but yeah, awesome, phenomenal weekend. Like I said, beach volleyball, their senior day, they went 2-0. Lacrosse, women's lacrosse wins on their senior day. Yes, on the game day itself, softball fell short, but they still took 2 out of 3 from Baylor. So get into the standings. But hey, I'm going to take a quick break. When I get back, we're going to see standings. We're also going to get into spring ball too, because they had a night practice last night. I know. Don't fall over, pitchfork lunchers. Somebody blundered that one. Anyway, but yes, we did have spring practice last night at the stadium. So I will dive into that. Coach Dillingham talking again. This 105 scholarship thing is really, really annoying, in my opinion. That it's just like 105, and you can have 120 through camp, but now you can only have 105 scholarship players on your team. And when I say only, okay, yes, 105 is a lot. I get that. We understand that, but just to take away the whole walk on, it's ridiculous, man. It is absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, but yes, we are going to step aside. But when I get back, again, dive into that and standings in softball, baseball. I already hit women's golf, what they're up to. So yes, absolutely awesome. You guys are awesome. We are, hey, forks up to you guys, because pitchfork lunch again, absolutely awesome. So we'll step aside, have more coming right up.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always laying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority. Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always laying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Yes, you are listening to the best internet radio station on the web. For those of you that are joining us on the Casual Sports Radio Network, I am Michael Carasino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. You can check out Pitchfork Lunch live there along with on KSRN live Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. You can also check out Pitchfork Lunch on my IG at michael.carasino.5. And the YouTube channel at Emmons and Michael V's and Victory Season Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe. So, So I'm gonna play for you because again, lacrosse has grown so much since on the West Coast, but now it's yes, it is. It was an East Coast to Midwest dominant sport, but a huge East Coast dominant sport for a very long time, as many of you know. But it's awesome because, again, this team doing a very, very, very awesome. And head coach Taryn Van Thoff Pools, who, yes, she, again, came from Gainesville. By the way, she was an All-American, and I forgot to mention this last time, but again, I look forward to aiming to get her on the show soon. An All-American midfielder at Loyola of Maryland from 2011 to 2015, and she competed at the professional level, guys, as recently as the 2021 season in the Athletes Unlimited League. So, yeah. I mean, after the 2022 season, again, it was her record-breaking campaign in 2022, which they set new highs for overall and conference wins, overall 11, conference 7, while making the Pac-12 lacrosse tournament championship for the first time. But yes, she but yeah, she coached obviously the Gators. Yeah. Well, Amanda O'Leary, but she was an assistant coach. Florida emerged as one of the nation's premier programs over the past 6 years. In 2022, the Gators made their 5th consecutive NCAA tournament, earning a bid every year of Van Thoff's tenure. She arrived in Tempe, coming off 2 straight appearances in the NCAA quarterfinal round, Elite 8 with Florida. So, yeah, being there from Gainesville and wrapping up Big 12 play against them, absolutely awesome. But this team, and like you said, I mean, by the way, Saturday was a goal-scoring fiesta. I shared a lot of it, and I know a lot of you saw it. Saturday was a just insane goal-scoring fiesta. A team that scored 250 goals on the season, so they're plus 39 on the year to their opponents, 114 assists to their opponents, 65, 520 shots on the season. Shot percentage at 481, and then shots on goal 388 to their opponents 390, but shots on goal percentage 746, shots per game 32.5, shots per game. So, yeah, you're again, keeping the goalie very busy and keeping a lot of traffic there tends to send in goals. And when you score 250 of them, they scored 136 unassisted goals too. But when we look at scoring leaders, oh, that's games. I was like, huh? What? No. Yes. Let's see. No, that is goals. That's games played. Yeah. So leading the team this year was Tegan Eng, who had 64 goals. Sorry, after this point. She's played in 16 games, started all 16 games. She has 64. Lydia Oldno has 50. As she is, as Tegan Eng is comfortably in first, and Lydia Oldno is comfortably in second with 50. And then you have Jordan Behar put in 31 goals so far this season for the Devils. And yeah, again, there was many goals to go around. But leading the team in assists is Jordan Behar, like I said, third in goals. But she has 56 assists, and the next highest assist person is Lydia Oldno, so with 16. But again, with the 50 goals as well. So, man, just that's very, 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 very solid. But yeah, you have 64, 50, 31. Anna Thornton had 20 this year. Has 20 to this point. Addie Shevitz has 15. Bella Ingrau has 14. And then Izzy Hammond with 13. And Kendall Morris with 12. So, yeah. 8 players obviously in double-digit goals, and you'll take that. The more you have there. But yeah, Saturday was an insane scoring fiesta. But let Coach Fanthoff tell you about her seniors and her and the team, because again, they did one hell of a job this year, and definitely want to get, and again, hell of a job so far. I keep seeing this, like it was senior day. I'm so used to it being like Florida this weekend, Gainesville, you guys know. And yeah, so we will hear from Coach as again, after the 23-12 victory over the Aztecs of San Diego State. But yeah, here is. Oops. Oh, 16. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Coach with her wonderful, wonderful youngster coming to do post after, again, the 10 seniors were honored Saturday.
You know, I think you can't ask for much more on a senior day to be able to, celebrate 10 kids that put in, blood, sweat, and tears on a day-to-day, and truly have left a legacy and laid a foundation for some of the lacrosse.
And obviously, go ahead.
Consistency in playing the full 60 minutes has been something you've harped on all season. How did you see that translate in today's win?
Yeah, we came out hot, we stayed hot. I think for a full 60, and I think it was a good share of wealth. I think we had multiple different goal scorers today from the offensive side. We had people stepping up defensively with some cross turnovers and with some transition play. I mean, we got Garrett Brookfield on senior day as a defender coming down, scoring 2 goals. It was great to see.
And then, obviously, to that point, you like to see it spread around. around, but when it's going like you envision it should go all season on senior day with one more left, just how do you feel the team's confidence and just has built throughout the season?
Right, lacrosse about momentum, and I think we're hitting that momentum and that stride at the right time, right? We go into our last regular season game on the road and then into the Big 12 tournament, and so it's going to be fun to see where these kids take us.
Now, home and away, I mean, with the schedule when it comes out, but did you kind of maybe purposely schedule that Florida game for the last away game?
I'm not the luxury of getting to pick our Big 12 schedule, but it's perfect timing. It's really another great opportunity for us, and a great close to regular season.
And what's your guys' schedule this season, Coach? I mean, you obviously very good teams that you see like ranked, and a lot of close games. What does that do for you guys going into the postseason? Because I know you always say you learn more from losses than maybe wins, but just to not even so much that, just be competing and close with so many top-ranked teams.
Yeah, we say we're there, and it's really about that 60 minutes of consistency to put us in the positions we want to be. And now it's like, okay, it's go time, right? You get one regular season left, and then it's survive and advance.
10 seniors make up the squad. Like, how has their impact been on this team this season?
Impactful, it's truly, and across the board in almost every position. I think this senior group has bought in so much to our culture, our offensive sets, like defensive sets, and they're reaping the benefits of a ton of hard work.
How important was this win today? Not only big senior day, last home game of the season, but just that confidence going into Big 12 postseason.
Yeah, huge. I mean, it's we talk about that momentum. It's the same thing, right? We're going to be now rolling in with a little bit more under us as we head to Gainesville, and I think from there it puts us in a really good position to find success for Big 12.
And then what do these seniors? I mean, how do you? Obviously, a lot of them leadership-wise is there, but how do you feel they've pushed and are pseudo starting to pass? There's still more business to take care of, but passing the torch to the underclassmen.
I know, we'll worry about that when we get there. As for now, there's a lot of season left, but I think in terms of leadership and just hard work and commitment to their crafts, I think we're seeing, a ton of that paying off down the road for them, whether it's in their senior season or throughout their 4 years here. Very committed group, very inspiring group, and just a really fun group. They're a fun group to be around, so they are going to be sadly missed.
Barrett Brookfield and Anna Thornton, both co-captains and seniors, they had both big days today. How has their leadership contributed on and off the field?
I think two of the best that you can ask for in terms of representatives of Sun Devils lacrosse and just Sun Devils athletics as a whole. They do what they say, and they mean what they do, and I think that showed in a lot of their performance today.
And the last regular season game of the season against, your former Florida Big 12 leader. How are you guys going to prepare, and what do you guys want to improve on before that?
Yeah, we talk a lot about iron sharpens iron, so every day at practice really giving us the best look back and forth. In terms of preparation, right, we've got to focus on one play at a time. We can't let 60 minutes get ahead of itself. You've got to really focus on playing in small moments and making those moments add up to big momentum.
Anything else? All right.
And there she is. I mean, it's like I said, even the questions, it's hard to there is one more game in Gainesville, and like you heard right there from the other reporter, that's why I asked her, I'm like, did you purposely schedule? She goes, I don't get to control the Big 12 schedule, but it is very fitting when these two get to play. And like I said, I mean, she obviously had a lot of success there. Yes, she's I've been here for quite a few years now, but still, it's always awesome to get that even when they were in the Pac-12, she came over here, but getting Florida came out here and played the Devils. So it's but yeah, this team absolutely crushing it. And we are also going to hear from the aforementioned We are going to hear, pardon me, from Barrett Brookfield. Yes, the senior defender. We're going to hear from Barrett Brookfield next. So yeah, then I will wrap up. Look, obviously they're talking about Brookfield again. I mean, and she's had a heck of a journey too. So yes, but winning on senior day, getting maybe on the score sheet, huh? No, but yeah, Barrett has had a hell of a career for the Devils, and yeah, so let's hear from her right now.
Do you want me to hold this?
Oh, I got it.
Perfect. Sounds good. Sorry.
She's like, I got it.
I was like,
I got it. Yes.
You want it? No, it's okay. So Barrett, senior day, big day for you. How is it just whole season coming out in your senior year and co-captaining this team? How did this win or the whole season at that point just really pay off in the end?
Yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. I have the greatest teammates and coaching staff in the world, and I cannot be more grateful to be able to come out here and compete with them, especially getting a senior day win. Full team effort. It was awesome to have all the seniors on the field at the end, so I'm feeling super grateful. It was an awesome day.
And big day for you, 2 goals. I mean, how do you feel right now?
I feel ecstatic. I actually played midfield the previous years, and then recently got moved to the defensive end. So that was super fun to come out on senior day and get a couple of goals. Feel my midi days again.
And like you said, you come back after an injury on the defense. How was that transition for you this season?
Yeah, it's definitely. It took some perseverance. It's always hard getting injured and having to kind of pull yourself out of that and get back to where you were previously. But I'm super grateful to be on the defensive end. I think that's where, the team needs me, and I want what's best for the team, so I'm happy to be there.
And just pushing for the postseason, your playoff run, Big 12 tournament coming up, how are you feeling for this team? What are you excited for?
I'm super excited. I think it's a huge opportunity. Not only did we compete in the Pac-12, but to be able to come out and compete in the Big 12 is going to be an incredible opportunity, not only for us, but for the school and the conference as a whole in regards to growing the game. So I'm super excited to continue pushing on with my girls.
And then when you look at, obviously the emotion of senior day, but one more game left. As a senior leader, how do you kind of get the underclassmen reeled back in for this week of practice? And obviously, Coach, going back to some old stomping grounds, I know you guys want to win for her a little more.
Totally. Yeah, I think that's a great point. I think having a full 7 days before our next game is going to be huge. We'll take today and tomorrow to celebrate, and then back to the grind on Monday. But I feel very confident that we'll get back into it. These girls like to compete, so I'm looking forward to it.
And then you're saying, Coach, obviously you're going to play, like you said, a tough schedule. But, the ranked teams and, beating some but just being in battles with them. How do you feel that it has helped this team grow this season?
It's helped a ton, not only from the perspective of being down and having to be resilient to work your way back up, but just the competition level that we're competing against, I think, is helping prepare us for all sorts of play. So it's been a great opportunity having some tough teams on our schedule to help grow us as a whole.
Anything else?
Thank you. I'm good.
There she is, Barrett Brookfield, and because their schedule, and guys, I know I have mentioned it to you, but as we wrap up here on Taco Tuesdays, Spicy Taco Tuesdays show, but look, you always hear the which they become cliches because they're what? They are true pitchfork lunches. We talked about this last year, and I know you guys know this. So they become cliches because they're true. But the iron sharpening iron and these schedules. And for Barrett, she, like I said, was a midfielder and then switching going back and different mindset, different way you play, but playing defense but still got 2 goals on senior day for her, which is awesome. Like I said, and they spread the goals around. But like Coach Van Thoff was talking about, I said there's still business to take care of. But this team and the way they've played, the way these seniors have built up in their careers here, and it is awesome to see. And this team can cause some damage, guys. And it's not going to be an easy road, as we know. But yeah, and that's the thing is when you look at games, being in games late. You're in games late, so a bounce here, a ricochet there, like it's one of those things, especially in lacrosse, if you've watched that, can happen. And what coach has done, and again, this team, and like I said, so stoked to see them get a win on senior day, as did volleyball, beach volleyball, and yeah, bumped into Justin Watley and CJ Fight at the going into the softball game on Saturday. So yeah, they're out there, they're doing their thing, and playing volleyball, and working out with the volleyball team, doing some tennis. Talking about that, it was absolutely hilarious. They posted it, and yeah, they're out, and his dad said they should do water polo next. So CJ didn't seem too keen on that one, but I know Coach Party would love to have him out there. So nonetheless, though, and actually I did bump into him, like I told you, before spring ball started out at a match. So very awesome there. But that's going to do it for Taco Tuesday, guys. Well, for the show, I should say, not for all of Taco Tuesday, but hopefully have some spice, get some jalapenos on those tacos, a little spice, maybe a little Frank's Red Hot. Who knows? However you like them. But enjoy the rest of your Taco Tuesday. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll get to more of spring ball, and then we'll recap, obviously, what baseball does tonight against Grand Canyon, like I said, as you can watch on ESPN Plus as well. So that being said, yes, we are going to get out of here, but have a phenomenal rest of your Taco Tuesday, guys. And thanks to reigning Big 12 volleyball champs, women's volleyball, the Sun Devils, hashtag our state. They reminded me of that, and I never want to forget it. Hashtag our state. So have a great rest of your day on this wonderful Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow. Like I said, same bat time, same bat channel. And yes, you guys know it. As always, go Devils and forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Blaine Baker, Farmer will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown. Great play.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored.
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him. Wow.
Edwards pulls off